Good morning. Welcome to today's meeting. This is the appointed time. We have a quorum, so I call this meeting to order. Item 1. Information paper issued since the last meeting. The Secretariat did not issue any. Next, item 2, items for discussion at the next meeting. That is for the April regular meeting. The next regular meeting is scheduled for the 20th of April, Monday, at 4:30 in the afternoon. The administration has proposed to discuss one item, and that is development of the digital corporate ID platform, or COP ID. So members, do we agree to discuss this item at the next meeting? Right. Item 3, promotion of I'm Smart. Let me invite the administration to come in first. Members, if you want to speak, please press the request to speak button. Now, let me welcome Ms. Lillian Zhang, Undersecretary for Innovation, Technology and Industry, and her team to our meeting. The administration has provided a paper, LC, paper number CB bracket 2328/2026 bracket 02, and the Legislative Secretariat has also prepared the background brief, CB bracket 2328/2026-03, and also a PowerPoint presentation, CB bracket 2350/2026 bracket 01. These papers have been voted to members before the meeting. Right, so if Ms. Zhang is ready, would you please walk us through the paper? The administration will also do so with a PowerPoint. Chair, members, good morning. I'm happy to be able to attend today's panel meeting so as to brief members on the work of promoting I'm Smart platform. I'm Smart is a major infrastructure of the government in the development of smart city and digital government. It provides a one-stop digital services platform so as to enable citizens to log on to the platform to use various online services provided by public and private organizations and the government. Since its launch in 2020, we have continued to develop different application scenarios. We've also strived to enhance user experience. Now we've accumulated over 4.2 million registered users with a daily average number of users of over 180,000. As for the annual usage in 2025, it reached as high as 99 million transactions, and that's over 100% increase comparing to the 44 million times in 2024. It supports over 1,400 online services provided by government and public and private organizations. And we continue to enhance services on 3 fronts, including a digital online services platform, the single digital identity and personal assistant, so as to consolidate the delivery of public services and enhance its efficiency and quality. We also optimize the procedures to facilitate the businesses in the public and private sector, and we also develop more and more services. We'll continue to enhance and promote this platform. For example, we're going to promote the integration of I'm Smart with the COP ID platform. And we'll also launch the AI assistant feature on both I'm Smart and COP ID platform by the end of this year. To further enhance the participation, we have rolled out targeted promotion measures for different groups of the population as well as the industry. There will also be targeted publicity so as to enhance the public's awareness of Smart and facilitate the use by different target groups so as to promote digital inclusion. We also promote I'm Smart to various industries by helping them develop application scenarios, and by doing so we can enhance the quality of living of the people with the use of technology and build a smart community. We'll continue to promote and implement different services so as to promote digital inclusion and enhance user experience. I will now give the floor to Mr. Brian Sun, Assistant Commissioner of Digital Policy Office, to give a detailed presentation, and then we'll be happy to take questions and comments from members. All right. Chair, members, good morning. I'm happy to be here to introduce to members the work in promoting the I'm Smart platform. Now, I'm Smart is a major digital infrastructure of the government in the development of digital government and smart city. It's also a very important tool in enhancing user experience. At the moment, we have accumulated over 4.2 million registered users with a daily average number of users of 180,000. The annual usage in 2025 reached as high as 99 million transactions, a significant increase from 44 million in 2024. We have three core functions, and that is online digital services platform, so as to consolidate the online services of the government and public and private organizations to facilitate public use. The second function is digital identity. It provides a secure and reliable way of authentication, and we also provide personal assistant service. Now, first, for the one-stop digital services platform, it provides access to over 1,400 online services provided by the government and public-private organizations, covering different aspects from education, healthcare to employment, as well as transportation. We strive to enhance user experience by providing services such as eMPF, e-tax, Smart Play, etc. We also adopt the principles of being people-centric and inclusive. We provide thematic categories of services covering traveling and information for elderly. And it's also a one-stop platform. We have this mini program platform covering services such as concession information for senior citizen card scheme and government Hong Kong notifications. We continue to encourage departments to migrate their suitable apps to the one-stop service platform and the mini program here. Single digital identity is a reliable and secure way for citizens to authenticate their identities. This will facilitate different procedures such as vehicle license renewal and also application for Hong Kong SAR passports. It's also legally binding. The digital signature function can help members of the public file tax returns as well as applying for WFA. And to address privacy concerns, we also enable users to present their identities in the format of a QR code for different day-to-day scenarios such as property management, event check-in. It's simple to use. It also safeguards personal data privacy. We also rolled out the step-up authentication function at the end of last year, which allows online services to conduct additional ID verification during critical processes such as bank account opening and remote authentication. Apart from making sure that selfie images are captured from real persons, it also supports the NFC function of mobile phones to read the ID card's chip data and also allow real-time data matching against the records of immigration department. The next function is personal assistant. This function provides a unified interface for members of the public to review the to-do list, inquiry, and check application status, and also make inquiries about their bills, such as water bills and electricity bills. There is also the digital document function that enables citizens to store digital documents issued by different government departments, such as senior citizen card and a closed area permit, through the app, and the public will not need to carry the paper form documents. As for cross-boundary services, I'm Smart has been connected to Guangdong Government Services Network with Shangxi, Shenzhen, as well as the Shenzhen app, which enables citizens to use cross-boundary public services provided by these provinces and cities, such as the booking for sports and cultural venues. There are also I'm Smart self-registration kiosks in 9 mainland cities of the Greater Bay Area and Macau. People who work and live there will not need to come back for the various services provided by the Hong Kong government. We also promote the integration of I'm Smart with digital corporate identity platform, so that employers, employees, as well as company directors will be able to access various services without the need to create and switch between multiple accounts. They can just log into the Corp ID platform. We also make use of the AI assistant feature, which will be launched by the end of this year, to answer inquiries and provide personalized services. There will also be recommendation of government funding schemes and support services to help SMEs. The Digital Policy Office has been extensively promoting and publicizing I Am Smart through online and offline channels, such as major media outlets, thematic websites, government websites. We also mount promotion with the use of buses and other public transport operators, so as to raise the public awareness. We also have mobile registration teams reaching out to different communities in different venues, such as public housing estates. We also take part in various exhibitions and events, such as InnoX and Hong Kong CCA Festival, etc. Now, we also organize training workshops for trainers in community living rooms and other venues to raise public awareness. And to facilitate understanding of I'm Smart, we produce and broadcast promotional mini dramas. We also have episodes targeting different groups, such as parents, the elderly, etc. For example, we also have an episode highlighting how I'm Smart can enable the application of services such as international driving permit and also the passport, mainland travel permit, etc. We have developed different versions for different groups, such as simplified layout design, enriched color contrast, enlarged key information buttons, so that these will be more accessible to different groups. As for digital inclusion, we have seminars for, say, the elderly to enhance digital inclusion. We educate the elderly about the anti-scam knowledge as well as cybersecurity. We also have support for ethnic minorities by organizing training workshop, guiding them on how to use it, as well as providing employment support. We have more than 130 online services provided by organizations which has adopted I Am Smart, covering more than a dozen industries. The application scenarios including remote account opening and mobile phone card real name registration, online digital signing of documents. We've also developed the I'm Smart Sandbox program, and over 950 organizations have participated in the program. We provide guidelines on application programming interface and help integrating with the system. On other aspects of target promotion, now we organize 3 seminars for the property management industry, attracting more than 450 industry representatives to attend. property developers and property management companies have been progressively adopting IM Smart Personal Code for visitor registration at housing estates, government buildings, and commercial buildings. As for the financial sector, we collaborate actively with the Hong Kong MA and promote the key features to the banking industry. We've received a positive response. As for eMPF platform, there is also a plan for step-up authentication to be used in application for joining the eMPF platform. As for the way forward, the DPO will continue to promote and develop IM Smart so as to cover more online and digital services and enhance the citizens' user experience. So much from me.
I thank the administration for the briefing. I now open the floor for questions. 12 members have asked to speak. I'll read out the lineup. Reverend Peter Kun, Mr. Robert Lee, Mr. Michael Lee, Mr. Chen Xiu-hong, Mr. Kenneth Fok, Mr. Lam Chun-sing, Ms. Grace Chen, Professor William Wong, Mr. Alvin Lee, Mr. Wen Kid, Mr. Albert Chuang, and Mr. Tang Fei. 4 minutes for each member, including questions and answers. Reverend Peter Kun, please. Thank you, Chairman. I have used IM Smart to apply for visas. Currently, the Education Bureau allows school management committee to make use of e-visas. However, for each document, you have to sign once. And every time you log into IM Smart, it takes you 5 to 6 minutes to sign each paper. If you have 10 papers, then it will take you a lot of time. And there are lots of backs and forths because you have to log in and log out of IM Smart. I don't know if it is because of the IM Smart system or the Education Bureau system, but every time I log into IM Smart to sign these documents, I have to do it multiple times. Even with the facial recognition technology, before you sign a document, you'll be asked one more time to verify your identity. I think it might be faster for me to sign the documents physically instead of using IM Smart. Now turning to the ID card. Over the years, we have got illegal immigrants in Hong Kong, but we have seen a drop in the number of illegal immigrants. Can you incorporate certain functions, therefore, into IM Smart? You might not want the lease to be included on IM Smart, but would you incorporate the ID card function into the IM Smart app so that people won't have to physically carry their ID cards around? Yes, Mr. Daniel Chung. I thank Reverend Peter Kun for the questions. There are apps developed or launched by individual bureaus and departments, and we see room for improvement for these apps. Some LegCo members, when they used the IM Smart app, they were locked out of the system. So we have been working with government departments, and we have seen fewer cases of users being locked out of the system. In relation to the case mentioned by Reverend Peter Kun, we can talk to the relevant departments to understand more about the relevant services, to see how we can streamline the procedure. If it takes a couple of minutes to perform a certain function, we do think that there is room for improvement. We'll talk to our colleagues of the DPO to see how we can improve that. On the question about ID card, we are proactively looking at how we can make use of IM Smart to bring more convenience to the public. As mentioned just now, we're rolling out a personal code on IM Smart. For delivery workers or local residents, when they enter the housing estate, they no longer have to present their ID cards for visitor registration. We hoped to expand the use scenario for this personal code function as to whether people could make use of the personal code function when they're asked to present their ID cards. Well, this has to do with our current legislations, but we will continue to work with the relevant departments to see how we can improve the function. Next, Mr. Robert Lee. Thank you, Chairman. The administration is here today to talk about its work on I Am Smart. I see that the administration has done a lot of work to improve I Am Smart. I have the following questions. On the positioning of I Am Smart, there are many new features incorporated into I Am Smart, but I want to know the breadth and depth of the features. For example, some features of the ISD app, as well as whether information is included on I Am Smart. I want to know whether in future this kind of information will replace the functions of some current government official websites, because they are already included on I Am Smart. Now on COP ID, it will be rolled out by the end of this year. I want to know how much it can benefit businesses. It will be linked to the IRD, people's banking accounts, as well as business registration information, as well as commercial data interchange. I want to know if you plan to further expand the function of Corp ID. I know that you've been talking to the HKMA as well as the SFC, but have you talked to other regulators on how this Corp ID function can be made use of? Also, I know that you have done a lot of work with the mainland authorities so that I Am Smart could enable cross-boundary services. I want to know if the home return permit could be incorporated into I Am Smart so as to make custom clearance more efficient. I believe that we can focus on Corp ID in the next meeting, so the administration could focus on the question about home return permit. Undersecretary, I thank the member for the questions. The first question is about how there is a lot of information provided through I Am Smart. I Am Smart is a one-stop digital services platform. In terms of the design of I Am Smart, there are various functions and features. For example, you could check various information provided by different government departments on I Am Smart, and you can also make use of digital signing on I Am Smart, so it provides very strong protection and support for the public. There are various platforms launched by the government. Members of the public may want to have access to all this information, so we have included the information on the I Am Smart platform. However, we do have to think about what kind of information should be included on I Am Smart. We have to think about how to improve the interface so as to make it easy for members of the public to navigate through the information. So we seek to provide personalized information. Say if you are a new parent, you will be able to see more information about school registration or birth certificates. If you are a senior citizen, you may have access to different information on I Am Smart. And we make use of AI to roll out different information for members of the public. So please rest assured that we do help members of the public to screen the information which should be included on I Am Smart. And this is to provide better protection for users. As for the question about Corp ID, we will give members a more detailed report in the next meeting. Through a sandbox program, we are working with HKMA as well as other members of the banking industry. We are in close communication with these practitioners. If we see that there is a need to improve the sandbox program, we will follow up on that. As for the question about home return permit, we will explore various options. Currently, through I Am Smart, there are cross-boundary services. For example, we have worked with Guangdong government as well as the Shanghai municipal government to roll out cross-boundary services for users so that users can have easy access to services provided in these different provinces and cities. Next, Mr. Michael Lee. Thank you, Chairman. The I Am Smart app has been improved on a continuous basis, so members of the public could use it effectively. We see that indeed there are various enhancements to the I Am Smart platform. However, there is still quite a long way to go until we can realize the one single portal target. Sometimes, even if we make appointments online, we still have to submit physical documents. However, in the mainland, everything can be done online. We hope to speed up the progress in this regard so that members of the public could truly benefit from the I Am Smart platform. For example, earlier, there were problems with people obtaining international driving licenses. So could we make use of I Am Smart to streamline the procedure? Now, turning to publicity, how can we give people peace of mind when they use I Am Smart? Can users pay their water bills or electricity bills on I Am Smart? Could they even file their tax returns on I Am Smart? Could there be reminders telling people that it is time for them to pay their taxes? Also, will you work with shopping malls to promote I Am Smart through advertisements? I see that you have been working with radio programs, and you have rolled out mini dramas. All these is to let more people know about I Am Smart. I know that some elderly people, they only make use of I Am Smart, and they do not know how to use I Am Smart to, for example, perform other functions. For example, they do not know how to pay their rent for public housing units on I Am Smart. So how can we teach users how to make use of all these functions? Under Secretary. We currently provide cross-boundary services on I Am Smart, but can we further improve the function? For example, can we facilitate people in submitting and signing documents? We are improving this function on a continuous basis. As mentioned, we have connected I Am Smart with Yue Shenshi as well as I Shenzhen. For people who would like to submit documents or apply for licenses, they could make use of I Am Smart. They can even pay their taxes as well as have access to their dental services or health records on the mainland through I Am Smart. For residence permits or hiring of venues, they could also do so on I Am Smart. In terms of allowing people to sign their documents digitally, we can explore this function further, because currently there are some self-registration kiosks or self-service kiosks that already provide this function. Now, under I Am Smart, we have the function called AI Assistant. If you are to pay water bills or electricity bills, you'll get reminders on I Am Smart. The member asked how we could promote I Am Smart further. As Brian said, there are episodes targeting travelers as well as elderly people, and from their perspectives, we introduce I Am Smart to them. We also hope to reach out to elderly people in various districts. We conduct household visits. We also work with shopping malls. There are mobile outreach teams as well as registration counters. And in all 18 districts in Hong Kong, we set up booths to further promote I Am Smart to members of the public, and we will work harder in this regard.
Next, Mr. Chen Xiuhong. Thank you, Chair. I Am Smart started with delivering the service of identity authentication. Now, with the function has changed to a personalized one-stop digital services platform. The annual usage has reached 99 million, with 4.2 million registered users. It provides over 1,400 online services offered by the government and public and private organizations. We should acknowledge this achievement. In Singapore, about 20 years ago, they rolled out something called SingPass. It's a personal ID app with 4.2 million registered users. That's 82.5% of the population. The annual usage is 500 million times. That's 5 times that of Hong Kong. It provides over 2,700 online services provided by the government and public-private organizations. So, Hong Kong is a late starter when it comes to digital transformation. We need to work harder. My question is on digital documents as well as publicity. There are also mobile registration teams reaching out to the communities to help members of the public with registration. I support that. But in order to enhance the penetration and participation rate, we need to solve different issues on digital personal ID, security, and privacy protection, so as to raise public awareness, such as SingPass. Last week, the police cracked down on a case of fraud involving the use of smart ID and stored value facility. So it seems that the public do not have high awareness, and that I'm concerned that with the popularity of I'm Smart nowadays, the COP ID, digital COP ID platform may be exploited as well. How does the government further enhance safeguards and enhance public education? I thank Mr. Chen for the reminder. Indeed, in 2020, when we first launched I'm Smart, we explained that it's a digital key that could unlock various services. In 2023, when we came to the electrical and sought funding approval again, we explained about this digital corporate ID platform. And we also explained that it's not sufficient just to have the key. We need to enhance service delivery as well as public awareness. So after 2023, we had another round of update, and currently we have accumulated 4.3 million registered users for I'm Smart, with close to 10 million downloads. We also provide general information through the app to non-registered users. So unlike the SingPass that Mr. Chan referred to, we're actually heading in a different direction. Now, we have accumulated over 4.2 million registered users, but we'll continue to mount publicity. The message we wish to hammer home is that we want to target the population aged 18 to 65, and in fact, over 80% of our target group have signed up for I'm Smart. As for the I'm Smart Sandbox program, I'd say that more and more organizations and businesses have signed up to provide their services through I'm Smart platform as well. Now, we understand that at the moment, the public services provided by I'm Smart may not be used as frequently as other services provided by banks or financial institutions or other private organizations. But we've reached some 99 million transactions on I'm Smart annually, and we expect the number to further increase. Now, like Mr. Chen said, we're aware of the recent news, and in fact, we have mounted promotion and publicity, including the use of self-registration kiosks, and that we have reminded the public to install the apps on their own phones and not anywhere else. We've also posted publicity materials at the kiosks. We understand that there is always more to be decided. So in terms of cybersecurity and promotion and publicity, like the Undersecretary said, when we prepare different use cases and the relevant promotion strategies, we will have regard to cybersecurity issues, especially digital ID. Mr. Kenneth Fogg. Thank you, Chair. Actually, I want to ask a similar question to that asked by Mr. Chan, and that is, according to this media report, the scam involved a sum of $113 million. Now, I'd like to refer to paragraph 10 about sports and culture venues. Now, we have AI-powered anti-deepfake technology to ensure that the identification process will be accurate, and we also have NFC function supporting NFC of the mobile phones. As for bank account opening, well, there is a loophole. Can we further enhance publicity? Because, of course, banks are responsible for KYC as well as anti-money laundering processes. But will there be an alert given? For example, if I'm Smart is used to open a number of bank accounts in a short period of time, then will there be an alert given to financial institutions so as to improve the surveillance process? Undersecretary, I thank Mr. Fogg for the comments, and he's also raised questions on further improving information dissemination for the industry to improve security. Now, like the member said, as you know, I'm Smart has a very good security design. It supports usage by the CNI sector. In fact, the member referred to this case of deception. It does not in any way relate to the security design or the authentication process. We want to emphasize that public awareness is key. It's a digital identity, and that refers to the real identity of the citizen online. And we need to teach members of the public to protect the digital ID properly and not to allow other people to use the digital ID for different purposes, because otherwise the unscrupulous elements may make use of their accounts to open stooge accounts for deception and unlawful transfer of funds and other criminal acts. It's important that we protect our digital ID for accessing different online services, and we want to step up public awareness. In fact, as the member mentions, in the account opening process, we have the step-up authentication process. We make use of the NFC of mobile phones to read the chip data of ID cards. We also make use of the cameras of mobile phones to capture selfie images. Now, there is this technology which is AI powered. It allows real-time matching of immigration department's data. That prevents the use of pictures of other people in authenticating identities. It's an anti-deepfake technology that is AI powered. The technology differentiates authentic and live images than other fake images. Now, there is a need to make sure that the I'm Smart account binds with your own mobile phone, and we have stepped up our efforts. For example, apart from enhancing the technology, we also allow a cooling off period to be put in place. For example, banks or other organizations can set a period of time that can prevent a user from registering for a service right after the I'm Smart account has been opened. That way, we can prevent criminals from exploiting the system and using other people's accounts to open stooge accounts for unlawful purposes. And we'll also join hands with the industries in mounting publicity and promotion. For example, for key or critical processes or transactions involving large amounts, we encourage the sectors to put in place another safeguard using multiple or step-up authentication. Now, the Hong Kong MA or the MPFA are liaising very closely with us so that for services involving critical processes, I'm Smart can be used as an additional safeguard because it provides additional authentication. We'll continue to enhance its function. Chair, I want to declare my interest. I am an NED of a digital bank. Next, Mr. Lam Chen Sing. Now, for the eMPF platform, eKYC is adopted in the registration process. And then there were some scams detected with scammers impersonating others to open bank accounts. Now, you've made it mandatory. In the login process, I'm Smart must be used. Can we do more? Let's plan ahead. For other online platforms providing digital services, such as the eMPF platform, can you also make sure that I'm Smart is used in the login process together with step-up authentication function to make things safer and to prevent other scams? About the digital document function, I understand it currently covers a senior citizen card. Will you expand the coverage for the labor sector, such as the electricity worker permit, construction safety card, etc.? If the digital document function can include all these passes and permits, then the holder will have a clear idea when they should apply for renewal. It will be more convenient. The next point is about AI assistant. This will be rolled out in the future. Personalized services will be provided. Does it mean that there'll be bespoke services for the public? Let's say I am a single parent, I have a child of this age, and I have roughly this amount of assets, and just by putting in all this information, you'll be able to tell me what services or allowances are available, and that after ticking some boxes, I'll be given some forms to fill in applications. Will this function be offered by the AI assistant? 3 questions. Daniel. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Member, for the questions. Let me respond to this question on logging onto platforms with I'm Smart, such as eMPF. We have a very rigorous authentication process. The information put in is matched with real-time data provided by the Immigration Department. It's a very reliable eKYC tool. We'll continue to promote I'm Smart to different organizations, especially those in the financial sector. We'll also liaise very closely with the Hong Kong MA. We encourage the banking sector or the insurance sector, financial services sector to adopt I'm Smart as the authentication tool. As for digital document, we are progressively including more licenses, permits, cards in this function. Apart from the digital senior citizen card, we also have, say, result of the CRE and the results of the basic law test, national security law test, etc. We also have, say, permits such as closed area permit, fishing permits, etc. And for government departments, we require them to give priority to the I'm Smart digital document function when they develop new new licenses and documents. As for the permits you mentioned, we also invite the CIC and the relevant organizations and bodies to join us. As for AI assistant, it operates in a way similar to large language models. The member mentioned a use case, and that is a user uses natural language to make an inquiry, and then with the information provided, we will analyze the situation, and then we will scour the services currently available in order to promote the suitable services to the user. And that we also have the form filling function under I'm Smart so that relevant information can be entered into the application forms first.
Next, Ms. Grace Chan. Thank you, Chairman. I fully acknowledge the efforts made by ITIB and the DPO. As the administration builds the IM Smart platform, it has done a lot of work to provide safeguards and protection. NGOs, for this reason, want to be connected to the IM Smart platform to provide services to the public. However, NGOs do have to engage on their own contractors to help them deal with any technical problems, such as system upgrades, as well as connection fees, and all these amount to a huge sum. However, NGOs do want to tie in with the government's efforts to make better use of IM Smart. I want to know if there could be any improvement measures in place to help NGOs make use of IM Smart. For example, can the relevant application procedures be streamlined? NGOs oftentimes have to fill out a lot of forms when they make or submit applications, and it takes a long time for them to complete the entire procedure. If the procedures could be streamlined, it could provide more incentives for NGOs to make use of IM Smart. Also, could you target a certain group, for example, NGOs? Offer support, for example, you could help engage contractors for NGOs so that they do not have to spend money to outsource the services to contractors. I hope that you could work with all these different organizations. I want to know if you have plans to roll out this measure. Supporting relevant organizations to make use of IM Smart. Undersecretary. First, I thank Ms. Chan for recognizing our effort on promoting IM Smart. We will consider the suggestions made by the member. From members' perspectives, we understand that there are different organizations and groups are interested in making use of IM Smart, but they may not have the knowledge about how to cope with the technical problems. That's why we rolled out the Sandbox program. Through this program, we seek to offer one-stop support services to NGOs as well as organizations in the private sectors so that they can make use of I Am Smart. We provide comprehensive support. For example, we can provide technical support on helping organizations develop their own apps which can be connected to I Am Smart. We also have a set of guidelines for NGOs and organizations. We can help troubleshoot if the problems encountered by organizations to lower their costs and threshold for using I Am Smart. There are currently over 950 public and private organizations that are involved in the Sandbox program. We hope that in future we can roll out more courses for users. For NGOs, for example, if they have been using I Am Smart, they could also share their experiences with the relevant sectors. Under the Sandbox program, there is a dedicated website that offers support to organizations, and the website includes information of contractors we have engaged. We hope that through these support services, we can provide, for example, technical support to organizations, and we can also provide information to them about contractors we have previously engaged. For organizations that have successfully connected their system with I Am Smart, we hope that they could share with other organizations, and through these measures, we hope that more organizations can be onboarded to I Am Smart. Next, Professor William Wong. I have 3 questions. One question is about the personal assistant function. We talk about AI from time to time. I want to know, on I Am Smart, are you making use of the features rolled out by Hong Kong Guy? If not, do you have a timetable on developing functions of Hong Kong Guy? My second question concerned B2B as well as G2B services. There's a lot of information provided by the government that is very helpful for the business sector. Will you develop a vertical large language model specifically for the government? My third question is about catering to elderly people as well as people with special needs. When you develop the mini program, did you think about the needs of elderly people as well as those who need barrier-free access or those with special needs? Administration. On the question about AI assistant, indeed, we will make use of large language models when we develop these features. Of course, Hong Kong Guy will be part of it. We hope that the AI assistant could integrate various features, so we will incorporate more than one large language model when we develop the AI assistant feature, and we are working on developing this model. As to whether we will make use of vertical large language models to offer greater support to the government. Currently, we have the AI advocacy enhancement team within the government in terms of boosting public services as well as their efficiency. We hope to provide vertical large language models including license approval processes as well as information provision. We could perhaps make use of such vertical model, and we will provide such support to various government departments on clerical work as well as processing of minutes. We're currently developing a pilot program, and we are asking Hong Kong Guy to help us develop this authentication feature. On the question about mini program, we ask government departments and bureaus, when incorporating their apps to IM Smart, we ask them to take into consideration the needs of elderly people as well as people with special needs. We take all this into consideration as we develop the mini program. We hope to incorporate as many government apps into the mini program platform as much as possible, because we want to cater to the needs of elderly people as well as those with special needs. Different operation systems, when they need to be upgraded, it incurs a huge amount of costs. If there is this mini program platform, government departments and bureaus will no longer have to shoulder the costs, because if they are incorporated into the mini program, we help do the testing and the upgrading. I declare that I am the Deputy Chairman of the AI Efficacy Enhancement Team. Next, Mr. Alvin Lee. I thank the administration for providing convenience through making use of technology to the public. I have one question and two suggestions. There are mini program platforms under the IM Smart system, so that members of the public won't have to install individual government apps, because the IM Smart platform provides one-stop services. In future, which kind of government apps will serve as standalone apps, and what kind of apps will be incorporated into IM Smart, and what kind of criteria or standards will you adopt when you make the decision? Also, I understand that about 20 government apps will be decommissioned because they will be incorporated into the IM Smart. Now, moving forward, will the IM Smart platform be so well developed? And what will IM Smart look like in 2 to 3 years' time? I understand that IM Smart also provides library services. There are online registration forms, for example. In 2022, there were 4.8 million library card holders. Will IM Smart cover book borrowing services? Will you even provide e-books or relevant information on IM Smart? According to the paper, some large-scale exhibitions make use of IM Smart as well. Well, book fair is one of the major events in Hong Kong. We consider having the book fair make use of IM Smart as well. Under Secretary, I thank the member for the support as well as recognition. The member asked questions about how we consolidate and integrate various government apps through the mini program platform. With the continuous efforts of the DPO, we have lowered the number of government apps from over 100 to 60. And in the coming year, about 20 government apps will be decommissioned. So we're left with about 40 government apps then. We have launched a very clear set of guidelines for government departments and bureaus. Unless there are special reasons, government departments and bureaus, if they are to develop future apps or online services, they will have to prioritize using IM Smart for the launch of their own apps and services. As to how we decide what kind of government departments or bureaus apps should be decommissioned, we look at whether the app serves a specific group of people. We look at whether there is a need for the app to be a standalone app, and what kind of results does the app intend to achieve. We also look at the number of downloads as well as the feedback of users. And all these are criteria that we adopt to decide whether certain government apps should be decommissioned. And this is to save costs and enhance cost effectiveness. Sorry, Undersecretary, I have to interject. I will extend this meeting by 15 minutes. So we won't adopt a broad brush approach and ask all government apps to be incorporated into IM Smart. For instance, HA-Go serves a specific group of target users, and there is a complex procedure involved in the back end. So if it becomes one of the apps on the mini program platform, it might not serve the best purpose. As for library services, we understand that the relevant department is developing e-library. We will see how we can better integrate the e-library services with IM Smart. As for the question about book fair, there are many large-scale exhibitions such as Computer Festival, as well as Inno Carnival that make use of IM Smart. We will work with other exhibitions in future to set up promotion and registration booths to promote IM Smart.
Mr. Moonkit, and the Secretary, I really appreciate the government's efforts in transformation and upgrading, especially the introduction of AI assistant to this IM Smart platform, and we are heading towards the goal of having a one-stop portal for public services. It will be very convenient for the public, but there are also risks. According to paragraph 5 of the paper, and according to information, you have data cybersecurity arrangements and also the red team drills. And there will also be a business continuation plan in the event of some extreme situations. Now, the first question is, if there is a major breakdown or if the system comes to a halt because of cyber attacks, then will there be a backup system? Will there be any contingency access? The second point is about the people-oriented tests. Now, more and more functions will be included in the mini program function, and that there will be a heavier workload. Is there stress test to ensure that the core functions will not come to a halt when there is a surge of demands during peak periods, such as the booking of sports venues? Daniel. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Mr. Wu. I thank Mr. Wu for acknowledging the government's efforts. IM Smart provides the access point for the one-stop portal of public services. In terms of service availability, we have a very high threshold for compatibility, and system-wise we also have multiple safeguards to make sure that during downtime service delivery will not be affected. Since the launch of IM Smart, very rarely have we run into a major breakdown. So as Mr. Wu mentioned, when more and more users register for IM Smart, it is expected that there will be more and more transactions. In fact, last year, the transactions reached close to 100 million. So as the number of transactions increase, we'll continue to enhance capacity at appropriate junctures. So we conduct system updates and stress tests and load tests. In the new system, apart from enhancing capacity, we also have the arrangement, so-called red team or cybersecurity related drills to ensure stability and high efficiency. Next, Mr. Albert Zhang. Recently, I applied for an international driving permit via IM Smart. It's really convenient. You also use the e-text function on I'm Smart, and after the system revamp, I would say that the user experience has been enhanced. I have a number of questions. First, about opening bank accounts with fake ID. The banks themselves have an authentication process. Can you tell us how this is dovetailed with I'm Smart? At the moment, only 6 banks have signed up for the authentication in I'm Smart. For the purpose of preventing scams, will you encourage more banks to sign up? Second question, other members have mentioned this point, and that is making I'm Smart easier to use for senior citizens. I know that there is a light version for I'm Smart. I checked it. But it contains less information, and it's not really that easy to use. So would you consider making it even easier for seniors to use I'm Smart? 2 questions. Daniel. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Mr. Zhang. Indeed, if you're a frequent user of I'm Smart, you will find that comparing to the previous delivery of services such as e-tax, we've streamlined the procedures. So it's not just about providing access to services. We want to improve the service delivery process to enhance user experience. As for account opening, it depends on the registration process. If our step-up authentication function is involved, then the user will be required to take their selfies real time. And we also have the AI-powered the anti-deepfake technology to prevent a scammer from using the picture of another person or a video of another person in the process. And that the images captured will be matched against the real-time data of the Immigration Department to make sure that the identity is genuine. As for ID card, this is also used in the process, as the ID card contains a chip. We can rely on the NFC function to decrypt the information stored on the chip data through I'm Smart, and then the data will be matched against that of the Immigration Department. So even if you use the images of another person when we conduct the checking of the chip data, we'll be able to identify the real person. Another point, and that is a light version for seniors. We are of the view that elderly people may not be able to get the information or the service they need instantly if we provide too complex a dashboard for them. And that is why we provide a light version with enlarged font containing only the key information, and we'll continue to promote I'm Smart to them. At the same time, we collect feedback from our seniors, and we will, at appropriate junctures, include information and services seniors need in the relevant categories. So we'll continue to include more elderly-friendly services there. Let me supplement. The member mentioned banks. We are working closely with the Hong Kong MA so as to promote the adoption of step-up authentication in I'm Smart in critical processes so as to enhance the reliability of ID authentication and enhance user experience. The Hong Kong MA now also make implementation arrangements with retail banks, SVF operators. So the initiative will be rolled out within this year, and there will be a progressive adoption of I'm Smart by the financial sector. Depending on the progress of our tests, we will continue to have more and more banks sign up for the service, and we'll make announcements in due course. Next, Mr. Tang Fei. The Undersecretary just now mentioned that I'm Smart is a one-stop digital services platform that provide information of the government and different organizations. Now, it's a one-stop portal for members of the public to look up information. My question is on education. If my memory serves me right, in terms of application for enrollment in kindergarten, you have a category set aside for kindergartens, but not for primary or secondary schools or universities. Is there a plan for the government to include the above information in I'm Smart as well, so that new parents or new arrivals will have a better understanding through this one-stop portal? When it comes to education or furthering your study or other relevant matters, the government provides various subsidies, schemes, scholarships, and you update this information every year. So, in theory, you'll be able to take out this information from the Education Bureau's website or other relevant departments. Still, for new parents, especially new arrivals, they may not be familiar, and they might be misled by other channels online. So if you could just set a dedicated category under I Am Smart and provide this information to new parents, it would be better. Right, before I invite the administration to respond to the questions, I want to extend the meeting by another 15 minutes because we have 4 members waiting to speak. Daniel. Indeed, to answer Mr. Tang Fei's question, many members of the public, especially parents, would like to have information on education. We work closely with the Education Bureau. For primary school place allocation or secondary school place allocation, we strive to provide convenient services to members of the public. And I remember a member asked in LegCo before about these allowances. The Education Bureau has joined us in promoting the use of I'm Smart in the application process. It's good for both parents and schools and students. Comparing to a paper-based application, it will be quicker to use I'm Smart. It will be and we also continue to enhance collaboration with the Education Bureau by including more information on education services in I'm Smart. Mr. Augustine Wong. Chair, I have 2 questions about using I'm Smart for property management and the booking of activity venues. There are 34 use cases. Have you run into any difficulties? Is there a way to further enhance and increase these scenarios? And about replacing traditional ID cards with digital ID, is there a roadmap? Are there difficulties? Right, 2 questions. I think you've answered the latter one already. For the personal ID code, over 30 housing estates, government buildings, commercial buildings have progressively adopted the code for access control and for visitor registration. Now, we're exploring more application scenarios with the sector. We want to simplify the interface, and will join hands with the sector in mounting publicity and promotion. More housing estates, commercial buildings, etc. will adopt I'm Smart personal code for visitor registration. This is what we know. Next question about the digital ID. I'm Smart provides various functions, including the I'm Smart personal code. There is, I'm Smart stores personal data in the form of hash keys, but it's not the same as the ID card, because ID card has the legal backing and is subject to various legal provisions. But we will discuss with the other government departments as to whether we can further adopt digital ID in different scenarios.
主席。
Next, Mr. Ray Wong. Chairman, it is mentioned in the paper that the government as well as private sector organizations have been working together, and there's a set of guidelines for private organizations. I see that there is also the sandbox program in place. I have some suggestions here. Apart from developing the API, we should think about how to make use of MCP. In the past, there were people looking for services, but nowadays, services can come to you as long as you give an instruction or an order. MCP can allow government departments to link up various service modules. I hope that you could take on board my suggestion. Also, I hope that you can expand the digital signing function as well as the form filling function. You can even provide an extraction function. Say, I take a picture of a document and I'll be able to extract the relevant information just by capturing the image. This can help speed up the work at the back end. Daniel. Thank you, Chairman. I thank Mr. Wong as well. Government departments and bureaus share information with each other. There is currently the commercial data interchange feature. For information provided by government departments and bureaus, they are shared among various government departments. So we will definitely consider the suggestion if MCP could help speed things up. Just now the member asked whether members of the public could extract information from certain digital documents, and this has to do exactly with the vertical large language model I mentioned. Say when you submit an information, you want to check whether you got the right document. For example, did you get the right ID card, or you got a clear image for submission? Instead of asking users to resubmit the document or information, we can make use of AI so that we can detect if there is any problem with the submission. Then we can remind users to submit information again, and that could save us a lot of time. This could also save us the effort from checking the reliability as well as authenticity of the document submitted. So we are currently working with the relevant departments to see if we can adopt this kind of vertical model. Next, Mr. Brave Chen. Thank you, Chairman. Overall speaking, I think all members of the public that I've reached out to, they support I Am Smart. Page 4 of the administration paper says that 9 mainland cities in the GBA as well as Macau see the setting up of self-registration kiosks. And I hope this can help expand the use of I Am Smart. Also, I see that banks in Hong Kong are using I Am Smart as well. Government departments and bureaus have been working very well together to make use of I Am Smart. For those that are not making use of I Am Smart, what are the challenges that they are facing? If more government departments can make use of I Am Smart, it would definitely help save costs and provide greater convenience to the public. For some government departments, they can easily incorporate their apps or systems into I Am Smart, but for other departments, it might be more difficult. So can you streamline the relevant processes so that it is easier for the public to use I Am Smart? Administration. I Am Smart helps provide cross-boundary services for the public. We have worked with Shenzhen as well as the Guangdong provincial government. We've also worked with Shanghai government. So we're trying to expand I Am Smart to mainland cities and provinces that we have been in touch with. We will continue to liaise with relevant mainland authorities to see how we can bring greater convenience to the public. As for government services provided by the SAR government, there are 1,400 services covered by I Am Smart. We see that connection between I Am Smart and the relevant government systems are becoming smoother, and we are actively communicating with various government departments so that they could make better use of I Am Smart. We hope to enhance users' experience, and therefore the DPO will continue to work hard so that we can improve government services for the public in general. Now it's my turn. 15 members have spoken on this topic. I Am Smart was rolled out in 2022, and I see that most members recognize I Am Smart because it covers many industries, including banking, healthcare, education, logistics, and transport. And we see I Am Smart has been extended to cover more areas. However, some of the suggestions made by members are rather contradicting because we want I Am Smart to make life easier for us. We want one-stop services, but at the same time, we want greater protection and safety. And these two could be contradicting with each other. We are seeing many functions and features under I Am Smart, and perhaps the DPO will have to review all these features. For some features, we have to ensure that safety will not be compromised. So on both general performance of I Am Smart as well as the security of I Am Smart, we need a better roadmap. Second, we've talked about the development of AI, and we hope that I Am Smart can make better use of AI technologies. In terms of the designs as well as features and functions of I Am Smart, well, in order to improve them, you will have to make use of AI models. Will you, however, incorporate I Am Smart with, for example, 1823 under the ITIB? Will the design as well as the database of I Am Smart dovetail with that of 1823? so that it could help save costs? These are my two major questions. Thank you, Chairman. I also thank all LegCo members for their recognition of our work. I appreciate all your acknowledgement. I'm Smart has been improving over the past few years because we have taken on board the suggestions made by LegCo members. We have been rolling out more and more functions under IM Smart. However, we're not compromising safety because it is an important cornerstone of our system. In terms of how we can improve and streamline the procedure and improve our services, we have to take into consideration, however, safety at the same time. Therefore, we are putting in place a number of measures to safeguard security. We also have introduced red team exercises to identify and detect any potential risks. We also engage third-party consultants to carry out audit checks for us to see if we need to guard against any safety risks. Also, last year, we introduced the step-up authentication feature. As the IM Smart platform covers more services, we hope that the government as well as the public organizations or private organizations that make use of IM Smart could make use of the platform to verify users' identity. We also review the work processes of organizations that make use of IM Smart to see if we have to guard against certain risks. In future, we will see the adoption of more AI agents. Therefore, this year, we are going to introduce the function of AI assistant through a set of large language models. We will conduct data analytics functions. We will also make use of the AI assistant to consolidate information, and based on users' need, we will provide more personalized services. As to whether 1823 will dovetail with IM Smart, well, this will provide greater experience or convenience for the public. Through AI, we will provide better support and services. We will also provide more data to different government departments for reference. As for the use of AI agents, we'll have to look at it further. AI agents can help verify identity online. However, you may not surrender your identity, your digital identity, to an online platform. So while we keep in view the latest development of technologies to provide greater convenience to the public, we have to ensure that there is enough security safeguard. That's all for the Q&A session. I thank the government officials for attending this meeting. Item 4, any other business? There being no further business, meeting adjourned. Thank you.